Autoline on the Road at Cars MBS has been brought to you by Borg Warner, with special thanks to the Center for Automotive Research.
Sandy Stojkovski is the CEO of Vitesco North America. Great to have you here.
Thanks, John.
I'm sure a lot of viewers don't know about Vitesco. It was kind of carved out of Continental, right?
That's right. So 1 year ago, almost, we officially became our own separate public company. We were formerly known as the Continental Powertrain Division, and with the carve out and then the spin-off, we became our own company, and we're about to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. So we're kind of a 1 year old startup with 150 years of history.
So the perception out there among some people at least was, well, that was the old tech that was carved out. What do you guys do and how's business going?
Well, you know, it's certainly true we have a full portfolio of combustion engine type products, but you know, in fact, we've been in electrification for 12 years now, and we're on now our fourth generation in some cases of our products. So our e-axles, we're on our fourth generation of these. And so, you know, what was carved out was the entire powertrain division, which included both the legacy products, but also the electrification.
So how's the electrification part of it going? Is business booming?
It is booming. You know, if you look at our Q1 results, we announced the electrified order intake that we had. Well, first of all, lots of orders to begin with. 4.5 billion euros in contracts that were awarded in Q1 alone. 3.7 billion of that was electrified order intake. And so, as you can see, that's over 80% of our order book is going in this BEV world. Yeah.
So that's really good to hear. And I think that will smash the paradigm that it's an old tech company. You're here at the Auto Management Briefing Seminars. You're going to be on one of the panels. What's the message here you're here to deliver?
Well, the panel is all about who makes what. You know, and so they're asking about an important question in our industry, especially for electrified powertrains. Make or buy from an automotive perspective. You know, are the automakers going to outsource this stuff, or are they going to do it in-house? And you know, my position, as I'm going to be talking about, is that there is a mix of insourcing or outsourcing from our customer base, and that's great because our strategy is to meet them where they're at, and whether it's build to print or building components or full systems, we're there to be agnostic to their sourcing strategy, and we're there meeting them where they're at, and so we're able to accomplish a lot in terms of economies of scale that way.
This is early days of electric vehicles, and volume is low, and so I would imagine the OEMs are more prone to buy. But as the EV segment really starts to grow and scale up, are they going to bring more of that back in-house, or do you still see business when volumes get to be larger?
John, I wish I had a crystal ball. You know, there are certainly some forecasts that show a kind of transition point around 2028 or so, where you might expect some of the trends to reverse themselves a little bit. But with over-the-air updates and other kinds of things out there, you know, it's not just a make-buy. It's also about system-level synergies and the software side of things. So it's not any one direction depending upon volume. It's really strategically, what do they need to do with their workforce? What are they trying to do around innovation and learning about the product? Or where are they trying to get economies of scale? So you can see it's not just low volume.
Yeah, and to your point earlier, you're a supplier, you'll sell to any automaker, so you can get pretty good economies of scale too.
That's right, and we have some live examples where, you know, with one component, we're supplying to 8 different OEMs for that component. And so I'd really say it's pretty difficult for any OEM to get the economies of scale that we can get with 8 customers to spread it across in this case. So yes, we think we're positioned well.
Anything else I'm missing here that you'd like to convey to the audience?
Well, just that, you know, as a 150-year-old startup, we're really working hard also on making sure that we are, you know, even changing how we go to market and being faster and more flexible to this dynamic industry. And, you know, one of the examples of being willing to do build to print is exactly that, where we say, hey, you know, we're able to change how we go to the market in order to be faster and more flexible to our customers.
Really good. Sandy, thanks for the update. I learned a little bit more about Vitesco.
Thanks, John. It's always a pleasure.
The world is changing at an ever-increasing pace. No matter what the mode of transportation, there is always the need for an efficient propulsion system. And that's exactly what BorgWarner has been doing since the earliest days of the automotive industry.